Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Weapons of H3VR. So first off, you might notice we're in a different scene. And that's because I figured we were going to change things up a bit. So it's been like what, 60, 70 episodes in the other scene, and there's gonna be more. But what I figured, there's time to just spruce things up. I'm going to just, there's multiple scenes in this game, so I'm going to start using multiple scenes as we go along. So just expect more scene variety. Now with that out of the way, let's take a look at this rifle. The Springfield 1903. This is a World War I, World War II rifle that, a rifle that the Army, the US Army, used in 1902 and 1903. So let's basically get to the history of it before we get into the rifle itself. This rifle, sorry about that notification, of course, all our things forgetting to turn that off. So this started, the reason for this rifle is simple, the Spanish. So the US in 1998, I believe, they fought the Spanish-American War fighting over Mexico. Well, the Spanish lost. However, the Americans weren't happy. They were using Krag-Jørgensen and some other rifles at the time. Fun fact about the Krag-Jørgensen, it's Norwegian. Maybe we'll get to see that one time here. It has a weird magazine as well. But that's for if we get that rifle in the game. So they weren't happy with the performance of the Krag-Jørgensen, but they were impressed with the Spanish, let's just place that down, Mauser 93s, I believe they were using at the time. And you gotta give credit. If you are the losing nation, but still your enemy is impressed with your rifle, did something right. So that prompted the US to rethink everything. Out with the Krag, in with something new. And they ended up with the Springfield 1903. And it was adopted in 1903, I believe, actually, hence the name 1903. It was used in World War I, the primary infantry weapon. In theory, it was adopted as the primary infantry weapon. However, I believe that the P17 Enfield, which is basically a pattern 14 Enfield in 30-06. Yeah, 30-06. Was actually more common on the battlefield. So if you were to take a random infantry in World War I from the US and see what service rifle he had, he might have had this. Also, big chance he had something else. And this rifle was then also used in World War II by the US, together with the M1 Garand. The M1 Garand, of course, being the main rifle, and this rifle being, from what I am aware, mostly used early in Japan by Marines and such, because they didn't have M1 Garands yet. I already got the smaller. And it was also used as a sniper with a scope on it, as most bolt actions were. Of course, the M1 Garand was also used as a sniper. Well, they attempted to, but it didn't get... Check. Do I have a video on it? I don't know if I have a video on those variants. I should maybe do that if I haven't yet. But the C variant M1 Garand was in theory going to partake in World War II at least. I'm not sure if it actually did. So that leaves us with the Springfield 1903. What is this gun? It's a bolt action rifle. It is a short rifle, so unlike many weapons at the time, like the Mauser Gewehr 1998, the Moisten Nagant, the Lebel, it was significantly shorter. It was like the Smelly, a short rifle instead of a full-length rifle. And this replaced both carbines and rifles in the army, so they only had one rifle rather than a carbine and a rifle. Something we would later also see attempted with bullpups, unsuccessfully. And this also takes some things from the Mauser, because it's basically a Mauser. If we pop in a Mauser, Car 98, let's see. You notice the similarity? It has a flag safety, it has turned down a bolt handle. Of course, that wasn't necessarily a thing for the Gewehr 98 or the 93 that they used. You can see the action is similar. If we take a look at the sights, I can't see the sights properly. That's a U-notch. This is a U-notch, very bad sight. Of course, this one has cover around the sides. This one has no cover. They share the same length, the Car 98 and the Springfield 1903. Both have a single double stack 5-round integrated magazine. Both are stripper clip fed. They're basically just the same rifle. And let's get you away, because we're not taking a look at this. So this is basically an American Mauser 98, or a Car 98, or basically a Mauser 98. And it's chambered in 30-06, as I think I mentioned. Let's pop that in. Oh, which reminds me, fun fact, this rifle actually got the US in some trouble with the law, with patent laws, due to Geneva Convention, some convention or another. So the US, of course, they were paying some German company, I can't remember, some patent rights on the Spitzer cartridge and on the Mauser 98 action. Well, to try and save some money, and they were at war with them anyways, so why should they pay the company of your enemy money for using their patents? Well, according to Geneva Convention or some convention, I can't remember, even if you are at war, if you are paying, or even if you are licensing a patent from someone, you need to pay that. Well, after the war, that got the US in hot trouble. They had to pay Mauser, I believe, a bunch of money, the company, not the person. He died in 1918, I think. So, yeah, he wasn't going to enjoy the money. So, yeah, that's a fun little tidbit. The US fucked up. So, let's actually shoot this thing, finally. If you want to know more about its history, See an Arsenal has a great video. It's an hour plus long. It's amazing. Go watch it if you want to know more. So, without further ado, pop, pop. Let's shoot it. And we have some new targets being in a new range. The V-notch on this thing is really small. Let's see, can we hit that far away? I think I shot a bit too high. Definitely shot that one too high. Using the V-notch on this one and the Mauser is very hard. Hey, we did it! Yep, and let's get this clay pot. Stripper clip, of course. You can also single feed it as we fold the bolt actions. Where did you go? Come back here. There. So now we got 5 in the magazine. Now we got 5 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber for 6 rounds. I missed that one. And I have to be honest, and I have the same criticism on the Car 98. I do not like the sights. At least for the models in-game. The V-notch is simply too small to use effectively. The Master V850 has better V-notch, and of course, nothing beats a good peep sight, like on the Smelly. But I think that covers this rifle. It's a nice rifle in my opinion. I like it, except for the sights, of course. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this video on the 1903 Springfield. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all of that. Vote for the next gun you want to see in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!